sure that Evgeny Kuznetsov was going to be able to play, and what did you think of his performance tonight?
I felt very confident when I was on the plane coming back that he would be playing.
And what did you think of his game?
I thought he was outstanding. What do you think?
Outstanding.
Yeah, I would say that.
Back left, Alex. Barry.
To your left.
Hit my other left.
Yeah, there you go. Have you noticed or gotten a kick out of the range of emotions Alex seems to be showing on the bench these playoffs?
A little bit. He's very passionate, as everybody knows, and I thought it was sort of the right thing that, you know, in the playoff game, our first victory in the finals at home, that Alex would score the first goal. And I thought that was sort of a little bit of poetic justice, if you will, for all the tough times. I love the goal. We had, I don't know how many chances, you know, we kept it alive, 4, 5, 6 chances maybe to keep that thing alive, and finally it ended up in the back of the net.
Left side, second row.
Barry, what kind of emotional boost does it give the team to see a player like Kuznetsov potentially suffer a serious injury, but then come back in the very next game and play well?
Are you sure it was serious? No, to me, I knew Kuzi would elevate his game. You know, he took a good hit. You know, not to make light of it, he took a good hit. You know, in that game, and you know, he's doing everything just like everybody else to make sure that we get this thing.
Third row on the right.
Barry, what was your view of the hit that Brooks took in the second period, the big hit there, and were you at all worried about his possible availability, especially based on his history with concussions?
No, not at all. At first, obviously, it was one of those reverse hits. When I first looked at it, I thought their player sort of reversed hit him, but jumped up. And I think he got more stunned by anything, knocked the wind out of him a little bit. You know, James is really good at it. I've seen him do it a few times, so I'm sure Brooksy has too. So I'm not too concerned. He's fine. Oh, yeah, he was fine. I can't go into that, but he was fine.
Right side, second row, Tom.
Barry, you mentioned it seemed like poetic justice that Ovi scored that first goal. His first period, I think he had 8 shot attempts, 3 hits or 2 block shots. Was that kind of the tone-setting period also, even though he didn't score?
Yeah, I think the last couple of games he set the tone. I mean, he's had the, you know, I'm really, you know, as a coach, you want your top players to set the tone. He did. He set the tone with intensity, with physicality. Obviously, he scored a first goal, but he did all the details. I mean, he blocked shots. He got pucks out. He had all those details that go along with what he does. Just score. You know, he scores at a massive rate. You add all those other little things to his game, and then you're gonna a whole team that's gonna follow that.
Barry.
Left side.
Sorry. They scored 4 goals on Braden's doorstep in Game 1, and you've taken the front of the net away from them pretty effectively in the last 2 games. What's been the key to that?
I think, really, honestly, that first game we just got to throw it out the window. I think if you really look at us over the course of probably the last 15 playoff games, maybe even more, and in the end of the season, that's the way we play defense. We've locked that down a lot better. And you know, from that you get a lot of commitment. And Game 1 was, everybody was out of their mind. Both teams, and Gerard would probably say this. There's so much energy in that building, and you get 2 franchises who, you know, are wanting to get the prize. And I think there's so much emotion. Everybody was just, as I say, out of their mind a little bit. And you didn't see the true teams in that first game, but you saw a fantastic hockey game.
Right side, second row, David.
David Kalen, NHL.com International. Capitals have been around for more than 40 years. Tonight was the first time that they won a Stanley Cup final game on home ice. Are you guys getting a sense of the moment, what this means for this city and these fans that have waited for this kind of thing?
Well, we've been in a lot of moments in the last 10 years, and I've been in here, this is my 4th year, and we've had a lot of moments. Not so many, as many good ones as we'd like, but at the same time, I think everybody recognizes that, you know, if you do the right things and you know, sort of pounding the rock. There's a lot of pride in our dressing room. There's a lot of pride in this DC area. And, you know, in the past failures, you would feel a lot of anxiety even before you started the playoffs. And I think we've gotten past that as a group. We've gotten past that, hopefully, as a community. And, you know, hopefully we can continue on and hopefully bring something here. And then I think it'll galvanize all the city and all the other sports franchises in this area, because there's some good ones. And I know the baseball guys are out watching us, so.
We'll do a few more front left.
Hey, Barry, over here to your left.
Yeah, my other left again.
With Alex and Kuzi, aside from their talent and you know, their obvious skill, is there anything that you see in their styles of play or the way they see the ice as a coach that has made them work so well together?
Well, they're both very creative. They play with passion and that creativity and passion. I don't think we lock them up. We allow our players to create at the right times, make good decisions. I think they do that. And they understand each other. They understand about how they can disrupt coverages, throw in a little bit of deception, and obviously with all that skill, they can execute on it.
Back left, Ken.
Barry, to your, I think your left, maybe you're right.
Am I right? There's the light right in my face here, so.
Barry, this, right now it kind of feels like this is a series between two teams that are going in opposite directions. Is that the way it feels to you right now?
Well, I'm just going to say from our standpoint, I think we're getting back to our game. I don't know if it's going one way or the other. I think one game is one game. We haven't looked past that. I think, you know, momentum from game to game is not there in the playoffs. I mean, I've got great examples right through the playoffs in every series that we've had. I think tomorrow's a reset day, and you know, we get right back at it on Monday. And I don't think there's any momentum as of yet, but as you get closer, you can create some momentum, and we're gonna try to do that. And on the other side, there's a very good hockey team that's gonna try to do the same.
Last question, front left.
Thanks, Coach. In a scoreless first period, did you feel that 15 blocked shots against their 4 sort of was a tone setter at all for you?
Well, I think we were doing the right things. They came. We know that they're a quick start team. We had good commitment. I liked their first and third. I didn't like their second. Even though we scored 2 goals, I didn't like our second. I thought we got away with some poor decisions, some mismanaged pucks, and that's on us. A lot of that stuff can be cleaned up. We will. We'll be at another level, and I expect us to play one of our most complete games. I think we're getting stronger as this series is going on. I feel like we're finding our game against an extremely good opponent, and they're going to make adjustments, and they're going to have a game plan, and we're going to have to adjust again. But you know, I think we're finding our game like we did in previous series. So you know, as I say, it's a restart tomorrow and a reset, and hopefully we can build again.
Thank you, Coach.